Welcome back to the final episode of season 2 of TMI, the show that gives you all the tea on everything that you need to know. It has been an amazing time with you guys. We've had amazing conversations, and of course, we're gonna end in the same fashion. So I have a guest, marketer, mommy extraordinaire, Chelsea, who is here with us today, and she's gonna be spilling all the tea on motherhood and more. So sit back, grab your golden turmeric latte tea, and relax. Welcome, and I'm so happy that you are the last guest this season, because I actually know you. I remember when you were pregnant, all of that, and it was such a beautiful, I loved you, maternity shoot, all of that. So just welcome, and tell me some more about your, balancing being a marketer, being a mommy, and all that comes with that.
Okay, thank you so much for having me. I love that I'm helping to close off the series. What I would say is, why motherhood is kind of rough, if I'm very honest. But yeah. I mean, obviously, my daughter is my biggest blessing, and she's the absolute love of my life. But it's work and, an endless state of tired. But, the fact that you love your child so much really just makes it all worth it in the end.
I can see that. I have a dog. I can't relate that much. But, and how old is she now?
She's 2.
2. Is it true what they say about terrible 2s?
Even worse.
Me sip some tea. Even worse.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So when you found out you were pregnant, were you excited, nervous? Like, what was your initial thought?
Well, okay. Like, I knew I was pregnant before I even found out. Like, I knew that it was a possibility because I wanted to have children. So obviously I was like over the moon. Like, I didn't even try to keep it a secret for too long from my family, because once I found out for sure, I did whatever I could do as fast as possible to confirm it, and then I did something special for my parents, because they're like my biggest support, and I knew that they'd be over the moon. And then I just went and told them, and then it was just all happiness and joy. Yeah, so I always knew that I wanted to be a mom. So it was...
And a girl. Did you want a girl or a boy?
I think I was meant to be a girl mom.
Yeah. I definitely think so too. No, like, seeing you with your daughter, I'm like, yeah, she was definitely meant to have girls. I can say that.
And she's absolutely nothing like me. So she was also brought here to challenge me, because her personality is very bold.
So what was, because I'm very curious about, if you guys don't know, I want to be a mommy, right? But I'm just so, because I feel like when you hear about the pregnancy and the whole process, it's always kind of glossed over. What's the tea? What's the golden turmeric latte?
Well, firstly, you won't really appreciate it. So I'll tell you, but you won't really appreciate it till you actually experience it. And personally, I think I was blessed with a very easy pregnancy, but that's not the case for most people, right? But pregnancy, like I said, I never went through much symptoms. I was tired more than usual, and got a little swollen, but it was pretty good. When it came to giving birth, I'm definitely stronger than I thought, because I could have gone. Like, to this day, I'm like, I look back and I'm just like, I could have gone without getting an epidural, because
so you got an epidural, yeah.
Yeah, because I was begging for it. I was begging. I was so tired. And the nurse was like, no, you can do it. Because, like, getting far along. But, no, I needed the break. I was just so tired. I just needed the break, and once I got the relief.
What happens when you get the epidural? It's like, it's an instant, like, relaxation, like relaxing of the muscles?
It felt instant to me. It was like, the person that gave me the epidural was my favorite person out of the entire experience. But as soon as I got the epidural, my water broke same time, and they had to rush me to deliver. So I didn't even get to enjoy the peace of not being in pain.
So it basically, when you got it didn't kick in fast enough for you not to feel the...
No, it did, but my water broke, and I had to be rushed to the delivery room to go. She was ready to come out.
Okay, and then it was how many hours, like?
So funny enough, I gave birth on my due date. So that's funny because typically if it's your first pregnancy, they think that it's gonna go over your certain number of weeks. And they typically say that your contractions are gonna go a lot longer. So say that morning I went into my doctor for just a regular visit, and they said, "Oh, Chelsea, you're like X amount of centimeters dilated. You need to go to the hospital." So I ended up giving birth that same day.
Nice.
She was born at 9:10 p.m.
Wow. So she was a quick, just
very quick. Like I barely even pushed, like probably 2 times.
Lord, I see what you have done for us, you know. But was it? Just backtracking a bit? So throughout, your pregnancy, did you have? Because I know I always hear like acid reflux, and them saying, if I drink a tea and such, like, did you have to drink a lot of tea? Was it like? Did you have? But you said you didn't really have much sickness.
No. I still had like nausea and things like that. So I never had my golden turmeric latte yet.
Yeah.
But I did have the ginger tea, and like I had to replace my coffee daily, so I replaced it with tea.
Oh yeah, because you can't drink. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Did you miss alcohol? Like.
No, and even now I barely drink because I went for so long without.
She just completely took the liquor away from you. She's like, she took it with her.
I got used to nuts,
Yeah, makes sense. Well, balancing, back to, so I was just asking the questions that I wanted to ask. I've been very fast because I'm genuinely, because you always hear people say, "Oh, motherhood is beautiful," and I'm like, is it really? Like, so backtracking a bit to just, your social space and all of that, because you're very open with sharing, your life as a mom, a marketer. What brought you to do that, or feeling comfortable, sharing? Because your content is really good. Yeah.
Let's be honest now, guys. Madison runs my world. It's her world. I just live in it. So obviously she was going to be at the forefront of anything that I do. And you've seen her. She's the cutest thing on earth.
The prettiest.
So, I mean, I spend anytime that I'm not working, I'm more than likely spending with her. So if I'm creating content, more than likely she will be in it, because she knows that she's a star and has that star energy already.
Her world, we're just in it. Yeah. So what advice would you give to somebody, in the younger generation who is stepping into, or persons like me who have never had a baby before, or like things that you should consider when, stepping into motherhood, or even for the fathers too, because sometimes y'all need a lesson. So what do you think, some things that they should consider?
What I'd say is, if you want to be a mom or a parent, try your best to prepare. Prepare financially, prepare emotionally, because, kids are such a blessing, and we don't want it to be a case where you're not prepared and then you feel the burden, and then in turn, kind of have a sense of regret, right?
Yeah.
So, and the sense of burden also takes away from the blessing.
Yes. Yeah? Yes, I can see what you're saying. Yeah.
So, if you can work towards planning, because trust me, they're not cheap.
Yeah.
Work out financially and emotionally, just because it is a lot on you mentally to be present for somebody. You can go from before pregnancy, I was a workaholic, and I quickly had to switch and realize, I think even during my pregnancy, I kind of disregarded the fact that I was pregnant. I tried to work as long as I could. I tried to work up to my due date. Can you imagine now knowing that I gave birth on my due date? So as soon as she came, I was quickly came to the realization that this entire human is my responsibility now, and I need to change how I think. She is my first thought, so always. Yeah.
That's really great. And I think what you said, a lot of people need to take that away, because planning is something that is very important. But speaking of planning, what do you think about, recently it was reported that there's a declining birth rate in Jamaica. What do you think of that? Do you think of it as a good thing, or just overall a bad? Your thoughts?
I'm not sure what the thoughts were, or the insights were on why they declined, but I think that our generation and the generations below us are becoming more aware that, we affect the generations that we have. Yeah. So we need to be more informed in the decisions that we make. True. And things along that line.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think baby can't skate on the tour. I really think that. Like, I really think things expensive. I can barely afford my own groceries. Oh, you buy grocery. Can you have a baby? Oh, you buy grocery. Why you do that?
Renee, can we not have this conversation on the air? Because
it's expensive. Like, honestly,
really
it's really expensive. Like, I don't know. Every time I go to supermarkets and I come home, I'm like, thank God we're not a picnic. But you know, as somebody who wants to be a mother, it's very, I can see.
You're training right now with your dog, so.
I like you. You come back next season. Come back, keep coming back. But no, you know, it's great having this conversation because I think a lot of people underestimate sometimes because people have babies all the time.
Yeah.
They underestimate how much mothers have to, because your mind, once you become a mother, your mind is
Completely switches.
always on your child.
And you know, the mom almost always becomes the default parent, right? So at any given time, I must know where Madison is. If she's not with me, I know exactly who she is, and it's my responsibility to ensure. Obviously, she has a very supportive father, but there's still, you know,
that
defaults.
naturally,
right?
especially when they're younger too. So
Yeah, she's a mommy's girl right now, and I know it's gonna change soon.
oh, for sure.
But I'm just gonna love it while it lasts.
That makes sense. And you know, I think you probably have another year until it's like daddy.
Okay, whatever.
But thank you so much. You know, I really appreciate having this conversation with you. And I have, you know, since you're so, you know, versed on motherhood and all of that, we have a little game for you to play.
Okay.
So let's get into it.
Okay. All right.
So we have a whole plethora of things here. So we're going to play a game, right? So this is my baby girl, Cynthia.
Okay,
And
this is Amy.
That's Amy, okay.
Yeah, Maddie's sister.
Okay, so we're going to play a game where, you know, you're the master at this, but we are going to see, you know, while holding your baby, if you can mix your golden turmeric latte. So we're going to have a little competition to see who can do it the fastest.
Okay,
All right?
well, it's easy on you because I'm up from.
You're here, you see? All right, challenge. So, people, you guys have to comment and let us know who you think win. I definitely think Joss is gonna win, but I'm gonna still try. So if you're team, you know, Cynthia or team Amy, let us know. Okay, you ready?
Okay, who going to the timer?
No, don't worry. We got it. We have it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Ready, set, go. Oh, we can't use that onion now? Again. Oh, she poured for your on the pan.
You know, I don't want to come out. You have to pour it
Whoa.
all out, you know.
No, man. Mess.
That's what I thought was going to happen to me.
All right.
This smells so good.
It does. Okay.
Oh, damn, I was supposed to go easy on you. I forgot.
No, this not fair. I'm gonna still try to finish for the people. For the people at home. We made it. We tried.
I need a whole lot of teas on the table.
I'm not a mom. I tried, okay? You know, you do this every day. I tried because if you want any, we can send you some.
Come. Cheers.
But cheers, you know? Let's see. I never even mixed this out, but it tastes good.
Hotty.
We hot. But I did not mix this out properly. Like, if you look on the top, there's still... Look here. I did not mix this out properly. I was just racing you.
It tastes really good though.
But
This is my favorite.
This is my favorite as well. Like, I used to love the ginger, but now, since this, nothing else.
Definitely.
But thanks.
Some
Oh,
yeah.
oh, wow. You know, it's okay. You know, I'll get there one day. It's okay, Cincy. You're soon born. But thank you so much for, you know, being on the show and sharing your insights and everything, you know, about being a mommy and playing this game with me. So I'll give you your crown.
Thank you so much for having me.
No, for sure. It was really fun. Well, we've come to the end of an amazing season. We had such great conversations. We talked about mental health, motherhood, travel, and we spilled all the tea. So thank you so much for being a part of it. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and let us know what you want to see. Until next time, sip your tea and stay tuned.